Have you ever come across a story so huge, so epic, that it literally spans the entire life of the universe? Well, that's what we're diving into today. This isn't just a story, it's a cosmic saga of divine heroes descending from one single source to pull creation back from the edge of chaos, over and over again. You know, this ancient verse just sets the stage perfectly. I want you to picture an endless, crystal-clear lake. From that one lake, thousands of streams are born, and each one carves its own unique path. That's the heart of our story today. We're not talking about a bunch of different gods, but one single, infinite source that takes on countless forms to keep the universe in balance. All right, so where do you even start with a story this big? Well, we have to go back, way back, to a time before time itself, to the very seed of creation. And it doesn't start with a big bang, but with a single thought. A divine impulse at the very dawn of everything. Think about it. Before the first star ever lit up, before galaxies started swirling into these beautiful spirals, before life even had a chance to begin, the one singular, absolute reality had a simple but incredibly powerful desire to become many. It wasn't a command or an order, but this beautiful, creative impulse, a cosmic yearning to express itself in all the diversity we see around us. And with that one desire, boom, the one expanded into everything. The source became the creation. This incredible unfolding created the very fabric of reality, the cosmic stage where our whole grand saga of avatars is going to play out. And in a way, that means we're all part of this story, all little streams flowing from that original desire. So this is really cool because this slide gives us our protagonist. This is the Purusha, the cosmic being. You can think of him as the original blueprint, that inexhaustible lake from the verse we just read. Every hero we're going to meet, every world, every single part of this story emerges from this one magnificent form. He is the ultimate source. And here we go. This is the central conflict of the whole saga. Because creation, as beautiful as it is constantly under threat. Imbalance, chaos, forces of destruction, they always rise up and endanger the whole cosmic order. And when that happens, when the universe itself is in trouble, well, you're going to need a hero. So in the early days of the universe, the problems were, let's say, pretty fundamental, and so were the solutions. We're about to meet the very first divine forms that came down to set things right at the very beginning. You can see the pattern right away, can't you? It's brilliant. A crisis pops up and a specific heroic form appears to solve it. When the universe needed a perfect model for pure creation, the four Kumaras appeared as these timeless sages. When the entire earth was literally lost at the bottom of a cosmic ocean, Varaha, the boar, came and heroically lifted it right out of the depths. This whole rhythm, problem, solution, problem, hero, it drives the entire story. Now, as creation gets older and more complex, the threats start to change. They get more subtle. It wasn't just about saving the planet from physical danger anymore. Now the universe was at risk of losing essential spiritual knowledge. The very wisdom that holds society together. So the heroes had to become great teachers. And just look at this progression. First, you get Kapila, who brings back this entire system of philosophy called Sankhya, which is all about the nature of matter and consciousness. Then, Dattatreya shows up, a master of yoga, to teach the science of the self. And then you have Prithu, a king who literally cultivates the earth, turning it into a paradise so humanity can thrive. The divine isn't just saving the world anymore, it's actively nourishing and educating it. Okay, so now the saga takes another really interesting turn. As humanity's role in the cosmos gets bigger, the divine forms start to look, more familiar. They start descending as powerful beings and even as mortals to fight evil on a scale that we could understand and really connect with. Just look at these two. We're talking about divine power on a planetary scale. On one hand, you have Matsya, the giant fish, who guides the seed of all future humanity through a world-ending flood. And then you have Kurma, the tortoise, who literally becomes the foundation for this cosmic tug-of-war to get the nectar of immortality back. These aren't small fixes. These are world-saving epic events. And then there's Rama. He's not just presented as a god, he's the ideal man, the perfect king. His story is basically a masterclass in doing the right thing. He goes through an unimaginable 14-year exile just to honor his father's promise. He builds impossible alliances and crosses an entire ocean to defeat a great evil, all while being the perfect example of duty and honor. His life becomes a blueprint for how to live righteously, even when everything is against you. Okay, so after laying out all of these magnificent, powerful avatars, the source text makes this absolutely stunning declaration. This is a huge deal. It says that while all the others are parts or aspects of the divine, streams from the lake, Krishna is the source itself. He is the lake, the complete, full revelation of that cosmic being, the Purusha. This is a real turning point in the whole saga. And get this, the story is far from over. It keeps going through Balarama and Krishna. It flows through Vyasa, who organized all the ancient wisdom for a new, less capable age. And it even projects into the future. The text prophesies the coming of Buddha, and at the very end of our current age, the arrival of a final hero named Kalki. The story is still being written. The interventions never really stop. So, we followed these incredible adventures, the heroes, the cosmic battles, but now we've got to ask the most important question of all. Why? What's the ultimate point of this gigantic, sprawling saga? And what in the world does it mean for us, right here, right now? Right? This isn't just for entertainment. These stories have been carefully preserved and retold for thousands of years. There has to be a deeper reason, some kind of hidden power inside the narrative itself. What is it trying to do to us, the listeners? Just think about the stories that have shaped your own life. What power do they hold over you? Well, according to the texts, just hearing this saga with an open heart is a transformative spiritual practice. The story is literally designed to be a tool for liberation. It's meant to purify the listener, to untangle all the messy knots of life and karma, and ultimately to awaken this deep, profound connection to the divine source of the story. It's like a key to unlocking a deeper part of who we are. And the scriptures are super clear about the effects. They say that really engaging with this narrative can destroy past negative karma. It can supercharge your sense of devotion. And ultimately, it can lead you to a state of spiritual freedom. The story itself becomes a kind of vehicle for your own transformation. And this right here, this is the main takeaway. This cosmic saga isn't just a collection of ancient myths. For the people who tell it and the people who listen, it is a living, breathing path, a way to understand our place in the cosmos and to journey back to that source we all came from. It's an invitation to start your own heroic journey. So we end right back where we started, with this idea of a hero coming down to restore balance. The prophecy says Kalki will come at the end of a dark age, when the world needs him most. And that leaves us with a pretty powerful question to chew on. If that hero were to show up today, in our world, what challenges would they face? What would they even look like? What does a hero for our time truly look like?